And slowly open the eyes.
What can you tell us about the fear? The fear of missing out. When I took the decision of coming here, even my husband supported me, everything was fine. And when I was preparing my luggage, before tells me, let's go Eastern to have time with our children and our family. And I said, no, I'm going to Mexico. And he was going to Scotland. I got such a feeling of being pulled. I knew that I was going to, with him, I was going also to feel that frustration of not being here. It happened here, now. I moved, and I can see that that comes with a lot of... It's not about the decision for a color or a dress, it's to decide to be. And when I'm there, I'm feeling I'm missing out onto something else. So that comes with anxiety and a frustration and with fear of not believing in the security of my decision.
So the thing is this, your security is external. And so there's always 2 options, or 10 options, or 20 options. And it stops you from being 100% in the moment. And it's a trick of the mind. In order to enjoy something completely, you have to be there. You have to be 100% present, not with repent, and really giving 100%. And it's a trick of the intellect or a trick of the ego, no? It always has you out of the present moment. That I'm missing out on something. Oh, if I was in Scotland, then I would be doing this and I would be doing that and da 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 da. So you're not here. And if you're in Scotland, what? Oh, if I'd gone to the Isha Centre, I would have learnt to be in the present moment. I would have, been loving myself. Oh, I abandoned myself. But it's a trick. It's a feet in each boat. So you never go anywhere. Okay, and this is one of the fundamental, most important things of consciousness. Learning to be in the moment, but 100%. And this is what we do in the witnessing. Because when you're there, I don't know if you guys notice, but I say, listen to the waves. Now, in the beginning, you're like, what waves? What do you mean the waves? I'm on top of a mountain. And then you put your attention, no? Oh, yeah, that must be the waves. And then all of a sudden, I say it again and again, and before you know, they're on your feet. Why? Because you are present. And when you start to live in the present moment, you start to enjoy everything. Because life has such a richness, and it's sometimes extremely subtle. But when you're in that subtleness, it's precious. And you can start to see the miracle of life. Yeah, and that's what's important. To be 100% wherever you are. And life starts to change. Because often humans are so on the surface, so superficial. Like they just look at everything like a postcard, no? It's like, oh, yeah. Next. We don't look at it with a depth. So we don't really appreciate the miracle of what creation is. Okay, so that's the other extreme. But to stop this angst and worry, you have to be in the moment and focused on love consciousness. So you can really benefit from the moment. There's not a mistake that the first facet is praise love for this moment in its perfection. You know, it's one of the greatest lessons to begin with. Yeah?
Can you tell me more about expansion of consciousness? What is about?
The most important thing, sit down, honey, is your relationship with you. You know, no one else is important. It's a consequence. So how do I expand consciousness? It's a choice in each moment. And that's the beauty of the facets, because they keep bringing you into the moment. And consciousness is like a muscle. And the more you exercise it, the quicker it grows. And because it's who you are, consciousness is everything. It grows very quickly. So it's just a choice in each moment. Am I thinking a facet? Am I present in the moment? Am I getting lost in what I'm doing? Am I having expectations? You know, just to be here, to be spontaneous, to not be thinking about the consequences of everything because of the fear or the doubts or insecurities. You start to be genuine. You start to be real. And that's the best you can be, because there's nothing more perfect than that. So it's just about being here, being real, not double guessing yourself, and just speaking the truth. And it's always coming from love. You know, we usually compromise. We put on our different masks. I don't know if you've noticed, when you start going out with someone, in about 6 months, that person's completely different. Because they have their dating mask. Yeah, they're all very loving and you know, they stand on your foot. No, it didn't hurt. Oh, how cute! And oh, he sleeps in the back of the car. Oh, how romantic! No, you know, but it's like that, no? We have all these different masks for different occasions. So the most loving thing we can do is to show the world our genuine face, not play a role, because the roles always collapse. So that's what's important. You loving you, giving that love.
I know that with the facets, all the things we want come. I come to work with the abundance and the receiving, the love, because my life had been very complicated. And with the facets, I feel slowly it's going to be happening. Can you talk more about that?
You know, the job of the facets is to remove the fear, the limitations, the dramas of the past that caused us to suffer, which, as you learnt in the first portal, it changes our perception. Our window of perception is not clear. We don't see reality. We see ourselves. And if we're not loving ourselves, if we're full of fear or past experiences that were painful, we can't open to receive love. But as we start to clean our window of perception, we start to see the love. And we start to trust in the love. And more we start to give love. And we come back to our genuine selves. So that's the job of the facets. And they also bring things up. And it's very important to feel them emotionally. Because that damage or those emotions are conditioning our responses. You know, sometimes we react to a situation and we have so much fear and it's not even rational. We think, why am I afraid of that? And it's because of something that's transpired. But in this system, you don't even have to remember. You just have to move the emotional charge, either physically, like through emotion, or through physical stress. But you have to move it. And once you become love, and you start to experience that security, you start to say yes. And the more you say yes, but from a place of clarity, everything starts to open. Because the universe does want to give you everything you want. It wants to bring everything. But sometimes we don't even know what we want. And ultimately all we want is love. Yeah, we think it's a million other things. But ultimately we just want love. Yeah? Good.
Something that changed my life in system is to connect first with the physical sensation and the feelings before mind. And I want to take a decision, and before I go and become aware and I move, and then I take decision. And that have been beautiful. But suddenly some programmings are coming strong and they catch me as a slave. And even if I move, they continue being there. But they continue strong. Not like others that I can see the idea. Yeah, it's there, and sometimes I even laugh. But some other ones, no, it move. And yesterday, Annie was talking how some they are not going to leave. How can I live with those programmings that don't go without becoming mental again in deciding from the mind only? Okay, I continue moving till they lose the strength.
You know what? You know what they are. It's not that they're strangers. You know. You have to choose. It's not about eternally moving emotions. You have to make a mental choice. You have to say to yourself clearly, I'm addicted to that thought because it takes me into suffering. And you have to stop it. You have to laugh at it because you know that program. You know, when we're unconscious, we don't know our programs. We're like little androids, no? We respond and react, and someone says something and we react and we get offended and blah, 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 oh, it's true and blah, 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 blah. But you know, and you need to write them down. And you have to be very clear, these are my drama, and I'm not listening anymore. And laugh at it. But you like to go into that, oh, it's true, for all of my life. And these are root stresses. And the more you laugh at them, they start to diminish. But you know what they are. You know, all your life, you've done the same thing. Now you can see them. Now you can change because you can see them. But don't be violent with yourself. That's another way the ego gets attention. Oh, I know that's a program. Oh, but I'm still doing it. And I did the 6 months, and I did the 10 months, and I did the 5 years, and I'm still doing it, I'm still doing it, I'm still doing it. So what happened? You've been hooked. And you've got to laugh. And ask yourself one thing. What's wrong in this moment? And there's nothing wrong. You know? You've just got to, and you've got to make choices. Yeah, just say, okay, well, if I'm not happy with this, I change. But not I torture myself. Because instantly your ego's one, you're out of the moment, and you're suffering. Huh?
Hi Isha, I'm Mirna. I'm super happy to be here and to know you. And this morning, for a few minutes, I talked with my daughter. And she was very curious knowing what we were doing here. And what did we believe in?
That's an interesting question.
Esa es una pregunta interesante.
We don't believe in anything. There's absolutely no belief system. Because everything's experiential, no? You know, people can believe whatever they like. I guess if you said anything, we believe in love.
Personally, I feel I cannot ask for favors because I feel no, I cannot do it, not worthy of it. I prefer to do what instead of asking. How can I do to get rid of that fear, no? That thoughts I have, that I'm not worthy.
Okay, yeah. You know, the thing is, it's a control issue, no? You want control. And when you ask for something, it makes you vulnerable. But in order to experience love, you have to make yourself vulnerable. You have to give the gift to other people to support you. Because that's when the love grows. You know, how many people do you know that whenever you try to help them, they're always with the no, 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 I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. You know that person. So you need to open, you need to receive, and you need to give other people the opportunity to give. And it doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. And humans need support. And that resistance makes us rigid, controlling, and then we feel like victims because we have to do it all ourselves. But we have to also see we don't give other people the opportunity. So see that. It's all about control. Let go of the control. Vulnerability is power. Emotion is power. Transparency is power. Humans are sensitive. We're vulnerable. We're emotional. We need to connect. And we need to be open to receive support.
My mom died
I know.
not long ago.
Oh my God, I didn't know.
Me neither. And I had to live some experiences of seeing my father very badly. and I don't know how to help him.
Your father's in a mourning process, and he has to go through the process. And you know, your family's so united, like really. And it's just going to take time. You know, you can't fix him. He lost the person that was with him for all his life. And it's going to take time. And you just have to be there. Stop trying to get him out of it. Just support him in feeling what he wants to feel. If he's depressed, let him be depressed. Just be there. You know, that's all you can do. And he'll go deep, deep, deep into that sadness. And then he'll come out by himself. And maybe he never come out completely. But he's going to evolve. You know, but it's a very difficult situation. Especially for him. And for you. You know, just you focus on your grief. Because you were very... loved your mother so much, no? Obviously. The whole family's like that. Yes? So just be sweet and loving with you. And don't try to change your father. Just let him feel, let him cry, let him be depressed. Don't be afraid of losing him. Trying to give him a reason to live. Because he knows. But he's in this process. And I'm sorry about your mum, I didn't know.
Come visit our webpage for books, movies, and our wonderful retreat centers. Isha's simple yet powerful system is transforming lives around the world.